Hey, it is the Raw wrap-up. Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter. Here on the Google Hangout live on the YouTube post-Raw from Staples Center. You knew it was going to be something special. If they were in L.A., you had Ashton Kutcher and that other guy from the 70s show. So much more. Women's wrestling. Holy crap. Of course, it's a show from WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can join us live every Tuesday for the main show at live.wrestlingmayhemshow.com. Subscribe to all the shows, including this, the Raw wrap-up. But joining me to talk Monday Night Raw, he's doing the I just watched some awesome women's wrestling dance. It is Mad Mike from Poughkeepsie, New York.
The best thing is, Sorg, Sasha Banks had on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air tights.
She did.
Because they're in L.A. And her last name is Banks. Get it?
And she's born and raised in L.A., right?
I believe so, yes. I think she's billed from Boston, but
that is the word. That's the biggest news tonight. Of course, Sasha Banks and Charlotte main evented the night. Wow. I personally, I'm getting chills just thinking back to the match. Oh, or it's just cold down here. I don't know. But I was here in Pittsburgh when she first won the belt on a Raw. Apparently, she's only allowed to win the belt on a Raw.
Charlotte's just not allowed to lose on pay-per-view.
Is that the rule? Is it like
Charlotte?
Some kind of weird?
Charlotte has not lost a singles match on pay-per-view.
Amazing, but a great match. I mean, I don't think we've main evented with women since Lita and Trish, perhaps.
Lita and Trish. I think there might have been a Stephanie McMahon Brie Bella thing around that time, but that might have been a segment, not a match.
That's true. Leading about 32 minutes ago, as the match was starting off, Triple H actually retweeted something from Stephanie and said, "Show them all."
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he's a big proponent of that. Of course, leading to Sasha and Bayley doing an Iron Woman match to main event a takeover for NXT. This is inevitable that they would put them on the main show, and that they did it in the Staples Center on a Raw. Man, it led to, for me, thinking like halfway through the match, is like, is something screwy going to happen? Or would they dare to put these two in Hell in a Cell, perhaps?
Oh, I'd love that. That would be really, really good.
I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like baby steps. Like, yeah, it'd be great if they did that, but I feel like they're not ready for that. I don't think that has passed through yet. You know what I mean?
You know what I think the next thing for women's wrestling, because but WWE is taking baby steps on this. You know, I think the next thing is going to be a WWE women's wrestling Money in the Bank.
I can see that.
I think that's the next step. I think you can even do that at WrestleMania. Like, make it separate from the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, because that's going to be one single brand. Do it at WrestleMania. It's a co-branded pay-per-view. You can have everyone on there. Like, you can have the two women's title matches. You can have Becky versus Nikki. You can have Bayley and Sasha. And then you have everyone else in that going for a briefcase, and whoever wins gets a title shot at the champion of their brand.
I like it. Although I don't want to get too much into other out of Raw talk, but do you think that Money in the Bank may be a co-branded pay-per-view?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so, because then you get two briefcases and it gets really confusing.
They can have one on each show, and we did before. But that's when we co-branded everything.
It might be a co-branded match. I could see it being a co-branded match, like the winner of the Money in the Bank briefcase gets a title shot for whatever championship they want.
Right.
Like you do qualifiers on Raw and SmackDown, 6 people get in, and boom.
But anyways, a tremendous match between the two of them. Great way to cap off Raw. That was just so great. Other great things happening. Again, I missed the first half hour, caught the tail end, actually the replay when I tuned in, of the first cruiserweight match of Brian Kendrick getting a win over TJ Perkins. Of course,
really good match.
It was a really good match, so I might have to go back and check that out. But we did get the late show. Like, typically when you're like, we're just going to stick something random in here, we got another cruiserweight match of Tony Nese and Rich Swann.
Mm-hmm.
Two guys that I have filmed personally here in the International Wrestling Cartel here in Pittsburgh. And there they are, hanging out on Raw. I love that this is a thing where they pop in there, and even Anthony Ace is going to be here for House of Hardcore in a couple weeks, along with Rhino, the current SmackDown Tag Team Champion, and Ethan Carter III, and all these guys, right? Not WWN, or was it New York Championship Wrestling? We're saying, oh yeah, hey, Nice is going to be here in about a couple of weeks for our promotion too. Like that, they're doing this like half signed ish drop in thing, like they've been doing with NXT and Cruiserweight Classic, is tremendous.
Well, I think it's also they're letting people finish out their dates too, which is great because all it is free publicity for Raw.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all it is.
Absolutely, doing that and how these guys can go and demand more money. I mean, I think it's good for the ecosystem all around that they've kind of become a little lax on this kind of thing, and it's on Raw. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, and plus WWE, like, it was known that WWE went around to a bunch of different indies to scout these people. Like William Regal went out to a bunch of different indies, so I'm sure the goodwill is there, and people know that WWE is like, hey, we're watching. Like, we're always looking for the next big star. We're always looking.
Great that they're looking after that, and just observing the talent farm that has been the indies over this years. They're not ignoring it, and that's really cool to see. Other than that, man, I know it's another jobber match this week, but Sheamus and Cesaro are exceeding my expectations.
I fast forwarded through it.
Man, it's
I had to catch up.
Okay.
There were only 2 matches I fast forwarded through. Sami Zayn versus Titus O'Neil, because they still wrestle. What? And Titus, I knew Sheamus and Cesaro was going to be a jobber match. So
of course it was, but the lead up, just the entrance.
Oh, I watched the lead up. The lead up, and then I fast forwarded.
It's fun. I like this. I really like this.
I have problems with it.
Yeah, but I like this, man.
I have problems with it. Raw doesn't enter a makeshift tag.
Well, and then you alluded to it for a moment, but Titus O'Neil with another repackage, which made me realize we haven't seen Darren Young for a few weeks.
Nope. I think they want to keep him off TV until after the elections.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Because of the gimmick?
Because of the gimmick, because of the Bob Backlund thing.
Okay.
I mean, remember, the whole gimmick was make Darren Young great again.
I feel like what did shit get too real? Is that what's happening?
I honestly think that they think reminding, like, using that gimmick might look like an endorsement for Trump.
Right.
Like, and plus Bob Backlund doesn't exactly strike a lot of people as the most liberal person out there. I mean, you have a white guy trailing around black guy saying we're gonna build him up and we're gonna make him great. Doesn't come off well. I think we'll see Darren Young again at the end at Survivor Series.
That's Survivor Series after we're safely elected a new president. Yeah, safely. Just horrible other ideas that don't have anything to do with wrestling. But okay, we had that. Titus O'Neil getting another repackage. Interesting.
Speaking of repackaging, Emmalina. What the hell is that?
What?
Guys, I really liked Evil Emma.
Hey, visuals, but which again. I get kind of half watching. I
ain't gonna fault the visuals.
I'm watching,
but then again, it's something I could have done on PowerPoint and Emma's Instagram feed.
Right. I'm like, why is Emma's Instagram getting a segment on Raw?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I just wonder what this new gimmick is. I hope she has a makeover consultant. And I hope that's serious, because I hope that's Summer Rae.
Well, I don't know. I talked about this. I don't know where I saw this. I think I got distracted by it like mid-show last week or something. But WWE.com has an interesting section if you scroll down. I don't know if it's still there, but it was just like the Instagram photos. And we've talked about.
No, they do it every week.
They do that. And it's all like terribly sexy photos of the ladies. Like I looked at it, I'm like, oh, is the swimsuit edition back? Oh no.
Sword, follow Lana on Snapchat. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
talked about that before. And it's just like, yeah, here's Lana hanging out. There's
Literally.
Rusev.
Literally
hanging out. Well, Rusev is just,
Oh, by the way,
Harry Potter. Reading Harry Potter.
You know what's really funny? I was watching an Up Up Down Down video last night with Rusev versus Jimmy Uso, and they brought in Rusev. And he's like, "Dude, you're making me take a break from Harry Potter. What's going on?"
That's awesome.
It's really great. Amazing. I want Rusev to do. I know this can't be a thing because of legal reasons. I want Rusev to do live commentary on all the Harry Potter movies.
Well, I think he kind of can, because if Riff Tracks can do it. But hey, so I just want to point. I'm just poking around to get some more inspiration and things to talk about for the show on WWE.com. Okay. I just want to notice that Sasha Banks is doing a pretty tremendous Jennifer Aniston impression in the picture they have going on right now. I'm not getting focused real great, but I'll get an idea.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Just the expression is very Jennifer Aniston.
Okay, so she, like Kathy, Brad, and Angelina broke up too.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like,
okay, all right. Like, that was enough TMZ talk on the Mayhem Show.
Serious face, but it just like it just evokes like Jennifer Aniston. Like that face Jennifer Aniston does when it's like she's thinking really hard.
Like when you're doing when she's like, we're doing Ross and Rachel again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, fair. I understand that. But Sorg, we have to talk about one of the most hilarious segments in a while. And the fact that you've waited this long to bring it up, guess what, Sorg? You just made the list.
Oh no.
You just made the list, no. Sorg. You made it.
Jericho's list.
Sorg.
I want Jericho's list. I want Jericho's
Sorg,
list.
The list you made it.
When he exits the one side of the camera and comes around the other side, there's a lot of trickery tonight between that and what Cesaro poured on the way out to the ring. There was a lot of trickeries tonight.
This felt like a different Raw.
It did, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was very. There was a lot of backstage stuff.
But we've been getting a lot of backstage stuff.
No, we haven't. Like... As someone who works on Monday nights occasionally and has to catch up, I've fast-forwarded through a lot of matches. I watch all the backstage stuff. I fast-forwarded through a lot of matches. I watched a majority of Raw tonight. Like I said, there are only 2 matches that I fast-forwarded through, and neither of them went through commercial breaks.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty bold statement. So did we get generally a lot less like commercial breakage matches except for like long ones like the main event?
The main event went through one. I think the New Day and Owens and no, because
it's Jericho, sir.
No, it's Jericho. If you ask that 70s guys, it's Jericho.
I'm not asking them; they're on the list.
Actually, Danny Masterson was okay on commentary. Not gonna lie,
not bad. A little bit of more of them back and forthing. I know some commentary on Twitter. I kind of agree. Like it kind of took away from like a pretty decent match, a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun. And my favorite part, again, Kevin Owens subverting everything we do in wrestling. He jumped over Xavier Woods. Twice.
When's the last time
it was the
something?
Best? He just jumped over Xavier Woods to show that he could do it. It was so. Kevin Owens, thank you for being you.
Oh, the thing I forgot, because I just looked at our poll from the first hour of Raw, because I asked the first hour of Raw, how was that first hour? 33% said dreams do come true, and 67% says Braun destroyed the dream. That seems about accurate. Braun talks tonight, and now I finally have the voice from We Watch Wrestling out of my head for the moment.
It'll get back in there.
It will. But for the moment, I'm okay. I'm dealing with it right now. So it's pretty good. So, well,
Oh, also, we have our first cell match booked for the pay-per-view, Sorg.
we do, and it's for the U.S. title. I think it's inevitable that we're going to get the Universal title as well, right?
I would assume so.
Would it be interesting? Although, wouldn't it be interesting if they did decide to main event with just a Hell in a Cell of the U.S. title?
No, it wouldn't.
Not in Mike's world.
I'm sorry, because that match is a foregone conclusion to it. If you put Rollins and Owens together, I legitimately don't know who's going to win that.
I mean, you can completely have like a screwy finish that leads into Rowan losing the title and going to somebody.
God, no. Just let Rowan be the mid-card champion. Nobody wants.
I mean, Mike, can I lay out a scenario for you? Let me. You're watching. Okay, you're watching this main event, and Roman Reigns and Rusev are just kicking the utter crap of each other in the cage, right? In Hell in a Cell, right? And then all of a sudden, the cameraman hits Roman with the camera, and it's Vladimir Kozlov.
Oh God, Sorg. All right.
Now I got you thinking.
Sorg, I thought watching Lucha Underground would trigger the logic points in your brain, but clearly it has not.
Oh no! It's made me more inventive, my friend.
No,
getting through an entire first season of Lucha Underground in 1 week has just expanded my mind. Also, man, the Anderson and Gallows promo leading into commercial is straight out of Lucha Underground.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah, that was the other match. That was the other match I fast forwarded through because I don't care about Golden Truth.
That's a beatdown match. I mean, which I like. I like that. I like the Gallows and Anderson are like we just beat people up now.
Yeah, except the New Day, which they can't win.
Right.
They're
change
Harper.
The strategy, as they
they're
say.
Rowan and Harper. They're Rowan and Harper. So yeah, they are. They are. Except they're
Bray Wyatt. Luke Harper. Where you at, Luke Harper? All right, Mike.
Now see, if that cameraman who attacked Roman Reigns in your scenario took off a mask and turned out to be Luke Harper, I'm interested. Wait.
So the badass team up, the badass superhero team up, getting Rusev the U.S. belt with his new best friend Luke Harper.
Mm-hmm. Beard Bros.
Harry Potter friends.
Oh no! Okay, Sork. Oh damn, we can't use him. He already has a gimmick. I was gonna say, have it be Heath Slater. We have Harry, Ron, and Hermione, Sorg. The trio.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't think of a replacement other than Heath Slater. Because depending on what you're going to say, I was going to say, well, Drew Galloway's available.
Oh, so many of them are available.
Oh, that's for a different time. In the meantime, I want to know, Mike, how much of Raw was watchable, or how much of Raw did you not fast forward through?
Well, no, like I said, I'll probably go back and watch one of the matches I fast forwarded through. I would give Raw a solid 2.5 hours.
All right,
solid 2.5. It was a good Raw.
I feel like it's a 2:45. Now, I let me grade on the curves. Since I did miss the first half hour of it, but it's from all points, it looks like the cruiserweight.
Sorg, if you don't like the talking point that Rusev's the greatest face on Raw, you're not gonna like the first half hour.
Well, I'm watching the first half hour
because Lana, sup girl, and she makes some excellent points. And Roman Reigns is a big old meanie face.
You know what? I'm with that. I'm cheering for Rusev because Rusev is a guy, maybe he's got a little bit of a temperament, but Rusev's a good guy that just wants to, hang with his hot wife and read Harry Potter. Okay? Like, listen, how can you not empathize with that, right?
Rusev is our life goals, Sorg.
If Mad Mike was Bulgarian, and angrier,
Mm-hmm.
and knew a little bit of Russian or Bulgarian, I guess.
I know a slight bit of Russian. 2 words.
You would. There you go. He's halfway
Machka
there.
and 9.
Yes, he's already
Machka.
there.
Yeah.
Mad Mike is Rusev.
Yes. Now, Sorg, we need to end this podcast so I can go read some Harry Potter.
Indeed. It's a Wrestling Mayhem Show Raw wrap-up. Thank you so much for joining us. Subscribe to this on iTunes. Look for the WWE Raw wrap-up by the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Look for us on YouTube, Wrestling Mayhem Show, and the Facebook page for video versions of this. Or if you subscribe to the YouTube or the Twitter, we put out a link there every Monday night shortly after Raw goes off the air. You can join us live and let us know what you think about Raw. And in the meantime, I want you guys to hit the Twitter machine at Mayhem Show and let us know how much of Raw did you think was watchable tonight, or any other thoughts around Raw. A lot of great stuff coming up. Of course, check out Indie Mayhem Show from last week, where I got in the middle of promoters Justin LaBar from WrestleZone.com, and, of course, promoter of the International Wrestling Cartel, Justin Plummer, going head-to-head in the advance of their House of Hardcore teams going at it here in a couple of weeks. And, of course, this week on Indie Mayhem Show releasing on Thursday, we talked with Britt Baker. She's the first one to fall to Nia Jax on Monday Night Raw, the first night of the brand extension, I guess, the first Raw of post-draft. So she gets to tell us the story of how that came about, and she got introduced to Miss Nia Jax. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to all the stuff, WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Mad Mike at Mad Mike 4883 on the Twitter up there in Poughkeepsie, New York. He live tweets a lot of things on the Mayhem Show account, like maybe Impact Wrestling.
No, I live tweet Impact Wrestling. I do. I live tweet Lucha. I probably won't get to live tweet this week because New York Comic Con. If you see me at New York Comic Con, feel free to say hi, Mad Mike, and you get to chop me.
Yay! There you go. Violence has been promised.
And there's also going to be a Lucha Underground panel on Sunday that I hopefully will get a personal greeting from Taya because she promised me on Twitter.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Have you ever seen Taya in person?
Nope. I'm excited to do so.
Specimen. Just a specimen.
I have no doubts.
Oh, my.
I have no doubts.
Ladies and gentlemen, at Sorgatron on the Twitter. We'll see you guys next time. Keep it raw.